y'all, I'm Rhonda. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a little bake, a chili cornbread bake. And this is great for just about anything. But it's going to be our supper, so I thought I'd drag y'all along and show you how I do it. First we're going to start out with some Jiffy cornbread. Now y'all know I don't normally do no Jiffy box stuff, but in this little case, this has got just a little bit of sweetness in it, and it really does add to this cornbread, this chili cornbread bake. And I don't know about y'all, but I do like a little sweet in my cornbread for chili. I don't know why. It's just like the sweet and a little savory and a little heat, all that just goes so good together. So I'm going to start by making my little cornbread first. Now most of these you will see the cornbread on top, but this is a little twist. We're going to put it on the bottom and kind of treat it like a little poke cake. Y'all that know what that is, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm going to go ahead and mix this up, and you just go by the directions on the box, and it's going to be 2 packages of this. For one box, it's 1 package of this, 1 egg, and 1/3 cup of milk. So we're just going to double that. So I'm going to start with my little eggs and get those cracked in here. So 2 eggs. And I'm just going to give that just a little whisk. Just so. Oh, maybe not. That makes a lot of racket, don't it? And, of course, the milk and the package. And that's all it is to it. So, 2 little packages of Jiffy. I have my oven set. Lord, the whole thing come out. I have my oven set to 400 degrees. I've got me a little 9x13 buttered. Greased up just a little bit. And, just going to give this a little mix. Got my 2/3 cup of milk. And now this should be lumpy. This little, it's normally thick and a little lumpy. So, have no fear. This is what it's supposed to look like. I'm actually going to add a little more milk though, because I want it to be a little more smoother than that, I think. Let's just keep stirring it. We'll see. It's loosening up just a little bit. Now, little tip, if you're making muffins out of these, and you dip them in your little muffin cup, if you let it sit there for just a few minutes, that makes the little muffin top peak, and you get that little muffin top on top of it. But we don't need all that, so we're just going to go right on in here. Let me get me a little tool here, a little goodie. All right. Y'all, look at my little chopper. I think I'm going to name this one. I think I might name it Harley.
Yeah.
I told Russell, look, listen. Look at this, y'all. Watch this little sucker.
Yeah.
This thing don't play.
Try to find one I can't break, y'all.
This thing don't play around. Watch. You just, boom. She's done.
Yeah.
Look at that. This is Harley. Chopper, Harley, you know.
Yeah.
That's why we went with it.
I went with it because it looked like it was going to be hard for me to crack.
Yes, Lord. Bless his heart. This one is set up a little different, more sturdy.
One thing you can say is I pay attention to what she says in the kitchen, because she's talking about take out your aggression on it, and y'all want to let out a little bit of aggression, go ahead and do it. Well, I've done it several times now.
I said, "Law, you need some
therapy." I use one of those things, I broke it. So, yeah.
Maybe he just needs some therapy.
Maybe so. I don't know.
Have a little therapy. Lord, he's got a lot of
my knife
aggression.
to chop stuff instead of that thing.
Yes. But you see how quick it is. I mean, ain't nothing to it. I'd been sitting there still dicing that up if I was cutting it up. So we're just going to spread this out. Now, you can bake this ahead because it really is best if it's cool. But we're going to go ahead and put this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20-25 minutes. And then we got to let it cool just a little bit. So, but I'm going to go ahead and start my little chili, my little topping on top. That's going to just make this delicious.
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't have to do just chili. You can do a taco theme one. You can do like taco powder instead. And top it with all your little taco stuff. So, this can be pretty versatile. But anyway, we're going to start by throwing this in the oven, 400 degrees. And then I'll show you what I do with the chili. Alright, y'all, I'm just going to put just a little bit of olive oil in here because we're going to cook our little vegetables for just a minute. You can add those with hamburger if you want, Lord. I thought that's something following. And I've got one medium onion and a bell pepper here. Probably didn't need that much. But we are cooking 2 pounds of hamburger. This little recipe calls for 2 pounds of hamburger. Of course, the 2 little jiffy, so I didn't want to shortchange this or nothing. Not be flavored up. Lord Jesus, I'm just gonna put a little more oil in that. We don't want to start sticking. It instantly smells good.
Yes, it does.
Yummy, yummy. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and season these up a little bit. Put me some black pepper up in there. I don't have my little spoon thing, but in she goes a little bit. I like to flavor my vegetables too. This is just some granulated onion powder. And I know you say, well, you got onion in there, but it really does add a different flavor. Same with garlic. And I am going to put some garlic up in there too. But it just adds another little layer of flavor in there. We are all about us some good flavor, aren't we, James Russell?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Now, I hope he's getting me at a good angle. I've had several people say, Lord, how tall are you? Apparently, I look like a giant, just hovering over the stove. But I am 5'8", which is rather tall, I guess, for some women, especially my family, because I'm the tallest of everybody, including my mom and my daddy. Well, not my brother, but my mom and my daddy, they're like this, 5'5"3/4 my daddy is. And mama's shorter than him, so my little sisters, they all petite, and then there was me. So, I got what I got. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put a little garlic in here. A little garlic. I'm going to put like a heaping, 2 teaspoons, heaping. We want them to have some good flavor. And I have got just some diced green chili. You ain't got to do it. I just got some little Food Line brand diced chilies up in here. Like I said, it's just some more flavor that we putting in there, in our little chili. You ain't got to do it though. That's just completely optional.
Give it that flavor.
Give it that flavor. Let's turn our heat back on just a little bit. Now we're going to start putting this hamburger meat in here, and I've got, like I said, 2 pounds of hamburger meat. And in she goes. Woo! Seems like a lot, don't it?
Yeah, it does. It looks like a lot.
It does. It looks like a lot.
It can be a lot, does it?
Well, good thing about things like this, we can put it up. You can even freeze this, believe it or not, and when you have a busy night,
it's the kind of thing where the longer it sits, the better it's going to.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes that
more flavor. Yeah. Chili and spaghetti and stuff like that. The more flavor, the longer it sits, the more flavor it gets into.
It does. Yeah. I actually prefer spaghetti like the next day.
Yeah, me too.
Love spaghetti. And fun fact, I know I have said I can make a sandwich out of anything. I love a spaghetti sandwich. A meatloaf sandwich. I know Russ is looking at me like I have 3 heads, but...
No, I'm used to it now.
He's used to my crazy, my nonsense. Yep, by now. You ought to be.
Yeah.
But honey, I'll put some leftover spaghetti right
She'll put
in a
anything
piece of
on
bread
some
and
bread
fold it
anyway.
over.
That's right. She'll make
I
it
do love me
out
some
of
bread. Now, we're going to season this hamburger now. Pretty good. We're going to go in with some more granulated onion powder. Some garlic powder. Y'all see, we get the big old honking. They're actually pretty cheap at Sam's. I don't know if y'all ever priced them there. They're actually pretty cheap there. The way we go through it. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and add 1 pack of my chili powder. I have 2. See what I did with it? I just have some of the Food Line off-brand, honey, nothing fancy here. But I'm going to go ahead and add 1. Now I'm not going to add that second one until after I cook this hamburger meat, make sure it's done, and I put the tomatoes in. Then we're going to add some more. Because if I have to drain off some of this grease, it doesn't seem real greasy right now, but if I have to drain off any, I don't want to drain off all my flavors. And if you're only going with 1 packet, you could really just wait until you have to add the tomatoes in. So you don't do that as well.
Smelling good, y'all.
It is. See, for all this hamburger, you will need 2 packs.
Definitely.
Sure enough, you are going to need it. But we're just going to let this simmer for just a minute and get right, get cooked up, and then I'll add the tomatoes in. Alright, y'all, got a little bit of grease on here. Really not that bad. But this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just put this right on top like this. Y'all ever do this? That little trick. Get you some, get that little grease right out.
That'll do you.
Yeah. You know, what was the Bounty? The something picker-upper?
Quicker picker-upper.
Quicker picker-upper.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what, it just gets all up in this little, y'all know I got hands of steel. Let's
She
hold on.
She does, y'all.
Alright, so I'm going to leave a little bit of that flavor in there because it's going to, whoops, it's going to be some flavor. See, look, when you mix it all, this is what we want. Alright.
Man, that's looking good.
Here we go with the tomatoes. Now I've got 1 large can of crushed tomatoes. You could do like 2 smaller cans or what have you. But and you can do tomatoes. It don't have to be crushed. It can be diced tomatoes. Whatever you got in your pantry, it will work just fine. Ain't that looking real good?
It sure is.
Spam ribs, somebody's calling me. No thank you. How good that's looking. Now, I don't know about y'all, but in my chili, I like a little jalapenos. Now, in the second packet of this chili powder is going to go too. We're going to put that in there just for some good
Flavor. Flavor time.
Yes. Some good old flavor. I'm going to turn this down so she ain't popping and sassy and
We don't need sassy.
doing all the things. Doing everything. Alright, I'm going to add some little jalapeno, pickled jalapeno. Honey, you ain't got to do this. In fact, I can barely do it because I ain't got enough in the jar really like I like. But I do have some of this juice. And just a little, this jalapenos, I know people's like, oh God, I can't eat that, that's hot. But honestly, jalapenos offer so much flavor. And they're really not that hot, especially if you take the time and just seed them and get that little vein out. Honey, they, oh my goodness, it's some good flavor. So good. Now, I'm just going to let this simmer. My cornbread is still in the oven. Let's see how much time I got left on that. 6 minutes on the cornbread. So, I'm just going to let this simmer for about that amount of time, and then we're going to get that cornbread out. And the cornbread needs to settle down for about at least 10 minutes. And I'll be back to show you how we're going to put this together. There it is, y'all. It was only 15 minutes. I'm glad I looked at it.
Man, it smells good. A big box of cornbread now.
Yes, it does. Oh, Jiffy, listen. Oh, Jiffy don't do you wrong sometimes. I can't tell you the last time I used it, but I used to make corn muffins out of it all the time. It was something really quick and easy, especially with chili. So we're going to let her cool off for about 10 minutes. And my chili's back there just simmering and carrying on and getting just lovely. Happy, yes. So I'll let this cool off and come right back. All right, y'all, my cornbread is out the oven, and she's warm, she's cool, and I've let my little chili just simmer away, and it's tasting delicious. Look at that, y'all. All those little vegetables are soft and tender.
Yummy, yummy.
So, here's what we will do now. I'm going to just take the bottom of this. You can do it however you want to. We're just going to make some little holes in it, just like a little poke cake. Y'all ever had some poke cakes? This is what I'm doing, because we want all that chili to just get down in them holes and just
make it all happy.
Yes. Yeah. And you can just do this with anything. Honey, you can stick a finger in there if you ain't got nothing else, I guess. But this is what I'm using. I didn't really have anything else either, but this is working pretty good for me. All right, now we go get this chili poured in here. I forgot to turn my oven off, and I was like, oh, I got to stick this back in just long enough for the cheese to melt and stuff, which don't take long because of this hot chili. So we're just going to put this in just like so. Yummy. This is so hearty. And most children will love this. If they like chili, that little bit of cornbread on the bottom. And if you got a big family, this will feed your family. I'm probably going to have some chili left over, so we'll be having that again another way. Sure enough, won't we, Russell?
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
We sure will. We'll throw it on something. All right, now... Yeah, we had all this left over, so you really didn't need the 2 pounds. But anyway, I went with it. Now we're just going to top this with some cheese, because, honey, ain't nothing better than some cheese. Now, I would do Mexican cheese if I had it or something like that, but I've just got some cheddar. I've got a little Monterey Jack. I got a little Colby Jack. I'm just going to mix it up, and... do however.
Make it all happy.
Yes. Listen, I love me some cheese now. And I've shredded it. That's why it's in my little Ziploc stuff. Y'all know I shred my cheese. So, look at all how good that's going to be. So, I'm just going to mix and match the cheese. I figured that'd be delicious. Yummy, yummy. And this is just going to go back in the oven for, you know, just long enough for this cheese to melt. Maybe about 5 minutes or so. And so it's really quick. By the time your cornbread bakes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes actually, because it only did 15 minutes, I had that chili ready to go. So it didn't take... It is a quick recipe is what I'm trying to say. Thank you, James Russell.
Yeah.
You have to finish my sentences.
Well, it was. It really went quick.
Yeah, it's quick. Yeah. Quick supper for us. Mm-hmm. This would be good with a little side salad or a little vegetable of any kind. Anything really. All right. In she goes. And I will be back as soon as this little cheese melts and Russell can give us a little taste and let y'all know what he thinks of it. right, y'all. This little beauty's ready.
All right.
Ready for...
She sure is looking good and smelling good.
Yes, it
We're about
is.
to find out what we're tasting like, y'all.
Ready for your approval.
I'll tell you.
I just sprinkled a little bit of green pepper on top. I'm going to put a little sour cream on mine, y'all.
Cheesy and looks yummy. Very good.
Tastes yummy.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for, to taste yummy.
Man, that's good. Really good.
It is. It's good stuff.
Cornbread got some sweetness to it, and the chili's got a little heat.
It does. It pairs well together.
It really does go good together. Yep.
It does. That's why I always like the little sweeter cornbread with my chili.
Yeah, that goes good together, y'all.
Yeah.
That's a really good casserole.
It is. I know, right? The kids should like it. They really should. And you can do all kind of stuff with this. You can even make it like a pizza.
I can see that.
Yep. You could
put you some pepperonis in there.
Little pepperoni, little hamburger.
Make you like a supreme pizza.
All your little veggies on top.
Yeah.
Or you could do chicken and taco, or you can do a white chili with chicken.
That would be good too.
That would be delicious.
There's no, really, it's all according to your taste and your creativity. You could.
That's right. That's exactly right.
That pairs really well together. Very, very good. Yep.
Instead of your hamburger meat with your chili, you could do the hamburger meat with taco pack and or pizza sauce.
That would be good.
With your pizza one. I just gave y'all 3 supper ideas
right there. Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Anyway, y'all, this one is really, really good.
It sure is. Y'all give that one a try.
It's nice and hearty.
Cheesy.
And, yes. And you can change cheese however way you want to do that as well.
I'm surprised at how well it all goes together.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest on box cornbread. I'm really kind of a cornbread connoisseur, I think. I consider myself one, but that is really good.
It ain't bad,
Jiffy ain't bad, and for that, it ain't bad.
And I've fed him Jiffy before. I didn't tell him.
She didn't tell me. So I could, if she ain't tell me, I wouldn't probably know. Anyway.
No, but if he saw the Jiffy, he'd probably like, why we doing Jiffy?
Right.
But you can do it in a Jiffy. That's why it's called Jiffy.
Right.
Anyway, y'all, this one's really good. I wanted to say, I just had a comment. He probably don't even know this. That said that they're not getting our notifications. She said to check with our IT right here to see why. So if y'all are having problems with that, reach out to me and let me know. She said she's got the little black bell and she don't get the notification. She has to search for it.
Huh.
So that ain't good.
No.
We want you to find us.
I'll let YouTube know.
Yeah.
And also, if you watch us and enjoy our content, y'all hit that subscribe button. It does us a world of help, and it don't cost you nothing.
No.
I know, a lot of people don't want to go through the process of signing up for YouTube, but I mean, if you got a Google account or whatever, 99% of people in the world got a Google account already.
It's an easy process.
It's an easy process. Just hit subscribe, and it really does help us, and it helps the algorithm as far as showing our content. And we
don't like to beg nobody.
No, we don't. We normally don't even ask that kind of stuff
don't.
because so many people do, and we just enjoy doing this, and we like sharing with people, and it ain't about that, but I figure we
if you gonna hang out with us in the kitchen every week,
if you're gonna be there, and do turn that bell on if you want to get notifications. I don't know.
Just let us know if you're not.
If you're not, maybe you could try to. I don't know. I'll have to reach out to YouTube and see if they can let me know.
You might can unsubscribe and then
and then resubscribe to the channel. You may have to do that to try to get the notifications.
But anyway, I just read a comment, and that's why he didn't know anything about it.
Nope.
I just sprung it on him.
Yeah, she surprised me without.
Surprise! Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching, for just loving on us and hanging out with us.
We appreciate it, every one of you. And even if you don't choose to subscribe,
honey,
it's not required by any means. We appreciate you watching regardless.
Yeah, you can just watch from afar. I do love to hear the little comments.
And we love the interaction. We love to hear from you. We really do.
Because I don't know you're watching if you don't comment sometimes.
And we appreciate the people that take the time to say something, and the people that want us to make something for them or have an idea. We absolutely love that because, you know, that shows you take the time to watch the videos through, and it means the world to us. It really does. It does. It shows that what we're doing means something to you, and that's why we do it. So
absolutely. But anyway, y'all, thank you so much.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time.